It's very easy to treat procrastination like it's harmless and to think of it as just a little delay, just a way of buying yourself more time. But procrastination isn't free. It always charges something. And what it takes from you isn't necessarily just minutes or hours or days. Among other things, it's confidence, ambition, it's the dignity of knowing you showed up for yourself. And if you let it go on long enough, it doesn't just steal days. It doesn't just steal time. It can steal whole versions, whole chapters of your life. Because every time you tell yourself later, what you're really saying is, this isn't important enough to me right now. And when you repeat that for weeks, for months, years, you start to believe it. Not just about the task, but about yourself. You start to believe you're someone who doesn't follow through, that you're not someone who's ambitious, who's disciplined. You're someone who waits for everything to be perfect. And that identity seeps into everything. It changes the way you see yourself and the way that the world, the universe, responds to you. That's the real cost. It's not that you didn't, send the email, write the page, did the workout. Yeah, that too. But most importantly, it's the fact that you traded a future you could have lived for the temporary comfort of avoiding discomfort. The Stoics would remind you, you are not promised more time. Every day you delay is a day you never get back. And you don't just lose hours. You lose possibilities. You lose the life you could have built, the person you could have become, the experiences you'll now never know, all because you told yourself later or tomorrow. And I personally believe procrastination isn't laziness per se. Most of the time, I think it's fear. Fear of failing, or fear of succeeding, fear of being seen, and maybe fear of discovering that the goal you've been holding requires more of you than you are ready to give. But the paradox is, the more you wait for the fear to disappear, the stronger it gets. The more power you hand over to it. And the only way through that fear is to move while you're still afraid. To take the smallest step. To remind yourself, action comes first and clarity comes later. So start small. If the thought of studying the chapter, for instance, is too much, just read the first page. If the workout feels impossible, just put on your shoes and walk outside. If the project feels overwhelming, break it into one thing you could finish today, not the whole thing, just that one thing, and then do it again tomorrow and the day after that. Build a rhythm of showing up for yourself. Because every time you choose action over avoidance, you're not just checking something off a list. You're rebuilding trust with yourself. You're rewriting the narrative of who you are and who you believe to be. And over time, that narrative compounds. Just like procrastination compounds in loss, action compounds in possibility. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. But the reward of action, even imperfect action, is discovering a life you can live. One choice, one day, one little step at a time. Next time you hear yourself say, I'll just do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later. Remind yourself that tomorrow or even later is never guaranteed. And the only way to build the life you want is to stop delaying the one you already have.